The time is 8 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, July 9th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, July 9th, 2019. Got good morning to y'all. This lovely Tuesday morning, July 9th, 2019. It is 8 a.m. and it's 66 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories out of Peter Channel News at 8 is China interrupts Hong Kong pop star during UN speech. Why is Alexander Ocasio still Labor Secretary? Jeffrey Epstein's 6th story played out for years in plain sight. The Affordable Care Act is back in court. Southern California isn't doing enough to fix the earthquake vulnerable buildings, experts said. U.S. appeals court to take up constitutional of Obamacare. Permanent building being inspected after fire. Police investigate after viral video shows violent fight at Disneyland. Elizabeth Warren takes aim at DC's political consultant industrial complex. Mississippi beach closures. The official board against eating fish, seafood, and algae affected areas. States late Dr. Billy Griggs against driver's license. Then they handed their photos to ICE. Trump team sure elected the party with a British ambassador. Iran war powers won't get a better nuclear deal. U.S. approves $2.2 billion trial on arms sales despite Chinese ire, while China's PLA signal said it will keep Hong Kong-based troops in barracks. East Bridgewater interim leader Rocco Longo dies after the brief illness. Pesco earnings tops estimates on a strong stacked beverage sales back to 2019 forecast. Kohl's says processing at Amazon returns to the single biggest edition of 2019. Looking at stocks now, up down 150.98 at 26,806.14. SP 5 down 14.46 at 29.75 at 95. Nasdaq down 16.41 at 8,098.38. But not a bombshell above. This is the secret 50 years on. Well, 50 years ago, the first human step in the moon. As NASA aims for the moon, an ancient space station faces an uncertain future. Gaza, with treatment syndrome, responds to the pioneered surgical treatment. Motorcycle crash shows by evidence of the dark side of quitting opioids alone. Why genomes must dietary supplements do not protect against heart attack and stroke. News from the wire. The European Court of Justice will hear arguments Tuesday in the landmark case that boils down to whether U.S. tech companies encouraged by the federal government can continue to skirt user privacy in the EU. Seoul seeks to integrate ties and peace move created by public job meeting. Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam says extradition bill is dead. A federal appeals court will hear arguments from 18 states that the U.S. Department of Justice on Tuesday that the case has the potential to derail the newly taken after the came into force. 3.7 billion seized from abandoned boat in Puerto Rico. Trump will no longer deal with it. British ambassador. Peter Joel News Time, 8:03, time out for Sports Sport. All-Star Game tonight in Cleveland between the American League and the National League. And Mets Wiki, Peter Lazo wins Home Derby beats Monterey Guerrero Jr. for $1 million prize. Round of Elmo Beaches and balls for more offense. Hey, Robert, doing my newscast. Oh, have a good day. Thank you. What? Thank you. Women's man 15-year-old sensation got right number one ranked Aspire 4th round. And video shows U.S. women's soccer team led an American flag dropped to the ground. Peter Channel News Time is 8:04. Time out for 8. Travel and transit check. On the MTA, Redline service operated reduced speeds and service levels due to ongoing signal system problems near JFK UMass. Framingham train 586 7:15 a.m. from Framingham is operated 5 10 minutes past between Framingham and South Station. And Soda Train 904, 7:50 a.m. from Soda Sparta. Soda is operating near schedule. And the ferries say out. Long and good. Highways and byways. Rhode Island, 95, southbound side, so between Protective Providence, 95, and the northbound side, so between Work and Providence, 185, westbound side, so between Seacock and Providence, 146, southbound side, so between 59.5 and downtown Providence, 146, both ends about between 295, Lincoln and 9, and North Smith 99, northbound side, so around 122 to Woonsocket, 295, both ends about between Justin and War, 495, and the northbound side, so the Billboard Switch, Route 60 eastbound side, so the 144 in Dennis, 4 and somewhere bridges on both ends inspector. 3 the northbound side between Plymouth and the Marshfield and hit Westgate between 18 Wayman and the Breakthrough Split. 495, both of the Middleburg stretch, and 485 on the northbound side, so 105 in Middleburg. 20 more northbound side, so between Harrison Ward and Avon over the 128 in Canton, and the 95 on the northbound side, so Route 1 and Sheridan on the 128 in Canton, 128 on the northbound side, so between the Breakthrough Split down in Waltham, 128 to the southbound side, so between Waltham and one down the Pike. 7 Expressway, and northbound side, so between the Breakthrough Split down in the Mass Pike in downtown Boston, 7 Expressway, southbound side, so the Dutchess, State people for that, Boston backed up. 95 northbound side, so between Route 1 and Sheridan on the 128 in Canton. 495 on the northbound side, so between Milford and the Pike in Westport, Mass Pike eastbound side, so between Fairhaven and the 7 Expressway downtown Boston. 7 Expressway, the northbound side, so between the Breakthrough Split down in downtown Boston. 93 people for downtown Boston backed up. 120 to the northbound side, 95 Peabody down to Salem. 120 to the southbound side, to Linfield area down to Waltham. 3 to the southbound side, 495 Lowell down to 120 to Burlington. 93 southbound side, Stewart down to Zigford downtown Boston. 495 to the southbound side, so between Lawrence all the way down to 93 in Andover. 495 to the northbound side, with Route 2 in Littleton and down to Lowell. 495 to the southbound side, with Harvard and Marlborough. And tonight, eastbound side, 146 to Route 9 in Worcester. 146 to the northbound side, so today Worcester. Peter Cello News Time, 807, tie fall. Weather report. Today, that's going to be 88 degrees. Galway coming to north force about 6 miles in the morning. Tonight, most coast about 61 degrees, lot of wind. Wednesday, most times about 98 degrees, lot of wind. Wednesday, parts of about 65 degrees, lot of south wind for Thursday. Most times about 86 degrees, lot of southwest wind becoming southward 5 to 9 miles in the morning. Winds kick us at 20 miles an hour. First night, chance showers before midnight, then chance showers at thunderstorm between midnight and 2 a.m. Then showers supposed to be a thunderstorm after 2 a.m. Most of about 69 degrees, south about 6 to 8 miles an hour, chance to 6%. Friday, showers are supposed to be a thunderstorm before 1 p.m. Then chance showers at thunderstorms after 1 p.m. Most of 85 degrees and low 67 degrees, south about 7 miles an hour, chance to this. 45% Saturday, sunny skies about 89, about 67 degrees, northwest about 5 miles an hour for Sunday. Most times good, 88, about 66 degrees, and west about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Monday. Most times good, 86 degrees, northwest wind. And mountain temperature is 66 degrees. First, guys, that's to be for the Peter Cello Morning News at 8 o'clock on this July 9th, 2019 on Tuesday. Viewers, hope you have a good morning. Goodbye, say to hope you have a wonderful day.